Hello to you, Mark Hall here with your fine wine investment market update. Today, Thursday, the 27th of March, 2014. So, a quick look at the market, with the obvious headline being that the 2013 Entrepreneur campaign actually kicked off this week with the very early release of the Ponte Cane 2013 offering. Now, I don't think anyone is particularly looking forward to another Entrepreneur campaign after the inflated prices of recent years. But at least this year we can rely on drastically slashed release prices, bearing in mind that the vintage was by all accounts not very good. Well, or can we? Well, it appears not, if the Ponte Cane release price is an indicator of what to expect when the campaign gets into full swing. Released at €60 a bottle, this is exactly the same price at which last year's Ponte Cane was offered to the market. Now, this means that for the punter who wants to buy a case of 12 from a wine merchant, well, they are going to have to pay in the region of £650 for that case for the newly released 2013 vintage. A vintage, let me stress, that is far from great. So one has to ask oneself, what exactly is the attraction of buying the 2013 when, for example, you can buy a case of 2008 Ponte Cane, a candidate for wine of the vintage, for less than this, along with many other of very good back vintages. Well, it makes no sense to us, and we can only hope that other chateaux release at more realistic prices. Now, as a company, we are in fact hoping that this Entrepreneur campaign comes and goes again very quickly, as it promises to be once again a frustrating and expensive waste of everyone's time. In other news, there was another baffling release price last week, this time from Chateau Latour. Now, everyone knows Chateau Latour ducked out of the Entrepreneur system a couple of years ago, declaring that they would only be releasing vintages to the market once they were ready to drink. Now, last week they released the Latour 2004, even though this wine has been available on the open market since 2005, at €400 a bottle. Wine merchants are now offering this wine at £4,380 per case, which is quite bizarre, as they're offering exactly the same wine, the only difference being that it was released in 2005 for £3,650. Indeed, a case of 2004 Chateau Latour can be bought on Livex for £3,100. So why exactly would you buy a case of wine from a merchant for almost £4,400 a case when the same merchant is selling an identical case for £3,650? Answers on a postcard, please. Now, to finish off on a positive note, there are, of course, areas of the market that have been doing particularly well during the downturn. For example, we bought heavily into the Lafleur Petrus 2008 in the summer of last year and sold out our position this week, making a 20% gain. Neighbouring Chateau Lafleur has also done well. We bought into the 2006 vintage in February of last year and sold out our position this week again at 20%, while the Lascaux 2007 we bought into in March of last year netted an 19.5% gain when we sold out just a couple of weeks ago. So that's it for this week, and as always, if you'd like to buy and sell your wine at industry prices direct from Livex via our unique fine wine platform, well, just get in touch. Our details are on the screen.